So just share a little bit about like my background and my experience with training. So at Berkeley High School, I was a 400 runner. I did the 4, the 2, shot, disc. I did not touch the hurdles at all. So I basically just did sprints. But I was in a really bad car accident when I was 16. So I was out for like a whole year. And during my senior year, when you're supposed to be like looking at colleges and stuff, I was still like getting back into the swing of track. So I went to Laney College, and then from there, I mean, I was running maybe like high 12s in the 100 at that point because I was so out of shape. I broke my leg. I was out for like 6 months, couldn't do anything. And so when I came back, like my coach really had to fine tune me, and he had to accelerate me because I was a freshman in college, just learning how to hurdle and not knowing anything really and not having a base at all. So that experience, I mean, I went from running 400 and I became a 100-meter hurdler. So I was now like ranked in the state. I just remember seeing those time drops and just the way that he managed and like assessed us along the way as far as our speed development and our ground contact time, and like the video analysis were just so like specific, and I learned so much. And I got good enough to go to UCLA, which was amazing because I'd never run this is literally I'm starting at UCLA, my 3rd year ever running hurdles at all. And I'm with these girls that are running, like they've been running for their whole life, you know? So I said, we started from the bottom, now we here, hey. So that is what really inspired me to become a coach, and the speed development base that I got from that coach. As I started working with athletes, I was like, oh, okay, wow, this actually sets me apart. I feel like I have this knowledge that when I apply it, I get these results and I know how to get them. Whereas other people are like, how did you do that? You know, like, what did you do? All right, so the purpose of Speed Basics, I'm going to do this every week and I'm really excited about it, is just to kind of start a conversation, I want to put out stuff that is applicable, that is really like, hey, I can take that and I can apply it. So moving forward, there'll be more like video analysis type stuff. It won't just be me talking. So the purpose is just to like go through the essential components and what I've learned that has set me apart and allowed me to get results. All right, so common misconception: speed is developed at the end of the season. So often what I do, I'll send you this training analysis doc that I give people, and I ask them before I start working with them, what did you do, or what do you normally do year round? Okay, what are your first 3 months of training look like? What are your mid months? What are your competition season parts of training look like? And then I use that to see, okay, are we doing it correctly, right? And so, hey Ryan, thanks for tuning in. We are just jumping in, so if you have any questions, just kind of like raise your hand or something, and I will definitely answer them. So what was I saying? Speed development in the okay. So often what happens is there's this philosophy out there that is kind of like an old school philosophy that we build this large base and we start really big, and then we fine tune at the end. And that's when we're doing our short sprints and our speed development. And that's when we're running really, really, really fast, right? And there are certain elements to that are correct, whereas you do want to taper down. You do want to do high volume to lower volume. But that does not mean that speed development has to be neglected in the off season. So that's what I usually do to get the results that I get. Is I have a speed program that is infiltrated into our general strength, that is infiltrated into the beginning of the season, so that I'm not just saving that speed development to the end. And scientifically, you can't just build a distance base, or you can't just neglect speed work and then later saying, okay, now I'm going to develop speed after I've already done all these other things. That's just not the way speed work works. You have to develop speed at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the week, at the beginning of the day. Okay, so that is key. You have to build speed in the beginning. Once I get them to a 30 fly time that projects them at the right 400 time that I want, then we work on speed endurance. Now we're pushing it. Now we're pushing that 30 fly speed to 60 to 70 to 80, right? And so we're doing it incrementally that way. All right, so, but the blueprint, this is something I'm really excited about. I have created this, it's called the prepare method. How do I move it? I don't know how, oops, okay. This is basically just, it spells prepare, posture, rhythm, elasticity, power, acceleration, repetition, execution. So these are the components of speed, and what I have found. And so it has to start with posture. It has to start with your strength and your ability to just manipulate your own body and hold it in the right posture, right position. That takes strength. That's why we lift. That's why we do like lunges and calisthenics. That's why we do body weight stuff. That's why we stretch, right? We always want to maintain good posture, and people neglect keeping posture training in their training plan the entire year, right? Okay, even if it's high volume phase, we still have to do something that is related to posture every single day. Rhythm is not just for dancers, so that is important. I'm sure you already know this. Elasticity, so that's like the hurdle hops, being able to pop off the ground efficiently, fast. For sprinters, getting that ground contact time, how much time that foot spends on the ground is very important. If you fit all of these things into your preseason workout plan, you will be stronger, healthier, faster, and just able to dominate whatever it is that you're doing. And I believe that this works with every single event. I know distance people would argue with me on that one, but I believe that every single event can benefit from all of these three things.